What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about three coins that I really see a lot of potential in. These are some altcoins that I think are going to explode in this cycle. Before we get started though, make sure that you're a subscriber to my channel because I'm dedicated to uploading 5 videos a week, just like this one, to keep you guys updated and posted in the markets. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Constellation is the first coin that I want to talk about today, and that's really because of how perfect the market cycle is. All of these three coins that I'm sharing with you guys are kind of hidden, maybe less known projects that are going to do extremely well from a chart pattern perspective. This right here, Constellation, is by far one of the nicest looking charts I've ever seen in my entire investing career. One of the things that I really like about this chart is the fact that it's currently in a first sell-off and is breaking out. So what does that mean? Whenever you have a market cycle, you always have a very specific thing that happens in the chart. You always get this huge accumulation period where there's a lot of smart money, and then you get the first kind of cycle play out where the prices rally and then drop back down. And this is where a first sell-off occurs before the prices really go parabolic, break out, see new highs, and just push upward very quickly. And so what I'm watching for with Constellation is that kind of a breakout to happen, where we start to push very hard, because this right here is that accumulation. This is that first cycle. This is that first sell-off. And so now we're kind of watching for that breakout, that price discovery to happen with Constellation that will really take us to new highs inside of the market. So there's a ton of money to be made off of this chart, this setup, and you're really not going to see setups this clean always in your trading career. But when you do, definitely keep an eye on them. Definitely take positions on them, because this is such a perfect setup that you really can't ignore it. I love this chart so much, you guys. And now Ripio is another chart that I see a lot of value in. And this is one that I see a lot of value in for kind of the same reasons that I see value in Constellation, is we actually have this massive accumulation period right here. And we've started to get kind of the first cycle. As you guys can see, we trended up and then we retraced back down. So what I'm watching for with Ripio is the same thing. I'm watching for a breakout of this resistance level, just like we're watching for a breakout of this resistance level. And that will really show what's coming inside of the market for Ripio when Constellation breaks out, finishes breaking out, because it's definitely leading. It's already started to a little bit right here. And when that actually occurs with Ripio, we could explode in this market. All of this accumulation doesn't result in nothing. And what I mean by that is you can think of this like a soda can being shook up for literally 2 years, and we're finally hitting a point where that can is exploding and all that carbonation is coming out all at once. And so Ripio Credit and Constellation are just a couple of the coins that did these accumulation patterns, and now we're starting to see the results of those breakouts of all that soda can, being shook up to the point where it's just exploding. And so these are a couple of the projects that I see a lot of value in. Another one that I'm watching really closely is Quark Chain. Quite the name they got going on here. Quark Chain is definitely one that I see a lot of value in as well, in the same way that I'm seeing a good setup in Ripio and in Constellation. I see a lot of value in the Quark Chain setup because of this accumulation. Again, you guys, accumulation doesn't result in nothing. There's just this nice, perfect horizontal accumulation that occurred inside of this market for almost a year now. This would have been last September right here. This will be September of this year. So all of that period right here of accumulation is going to result in something. And I personally expect that to be an upward move. In fact, I'm very confident in that being an upward move. And you're talking about multiple 100% gains as well. This could go from currently it's worth about 0.008 cents. This could go all the way up to a few pennies, which is a huge percentage gain for Quark. So there's a ton of value in this coin. And when we actually get that breakout, it's not going to be just Quark that's breaking out, but these are a few of the coins that I expect to do some of the nicest percentage gains as far as market capitalization, opportunity to be able to get into the market, and then pull out with a good percentage gain. You might be able to find other coins that move up a higher percentage gain, but are you going to have the liquidity to get in and out of the market? And personally, I think these projects are projects you can invest in with confidence to know that you're going to be able to get in and out of the market, still get a very, very nice percentage gain, but are still kind of hidden. Like not a lot of people are aware of how good these setups really are. So that's kind of what I'm watching with Constellation, with Ripio, and with Quark. I fully expect them all to break out here. They're all in kind of similar places in their cycles. Ripio and Constellation look a little bit more similar to each other. Quark it's going to make the same price action. They're all going to go up like this and go parabolic. But overall, I think that understanding the differences between Quark and Ripio, their chart patterns, is useful because you guys can see that in the short term, we're going to get the same move. But overall, in the big picture, they look different. I mean, they look the same in the sense that there's this huge bear market and then correction and accumulation and all of that. But in the sense of the actual fractal of human emotion, the only similarity is this drop and then this accumulation period. These two definitely look a lot more similar in terms of market cycles. So that's kind of what I'm watching for you guys. Definitely lots of really good projects here. Uniswap is becoming a big thing, you guys. There's lots of different projects on here as well. So a lot of these DeFi projects, some of these smaller cap coins are definitely starting to explode. And there's lots of opportunities inside of these areas, inside of the crypto space. You just have to know how to access it and how to profit off of it. So yeah, you guys, lots of exciting stuff coming in the markets. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I love and appreciate you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in future updates. As always, stay profitable out there.